Our brains are funny little creatures. Sometimes our brains mistake talking about the thing as doing the thing or making a change. And I see this quite frequently, actually. People will have lived with what I call the low grade fever, where they realize they've been tolerating a reality that they have outgrown. Now, this may come from like pain or suffering, in which case they're looking to make that kind of upgrade. It could also just come from like deep desire, like being in love with what they want to express or create or develop next in the world. And then realizing that like they are no longer willing to not do that thing, not express that thing. And then what will happen is that they realize they just come to this point, like this moment of truth where they go, oh, I've been thinking about this for so long. I've been telling myself I should, it would be good to, I really mean to, I'm trying. And they just go, fuck this. And they're ready to make a change. And at that moment, they'll reach out. And if they're in my circle, they'll reach out to me and they'll reach out to book a conversation or talk further or gather more information. Right? And then what I have found is that 80% never take a step beyond that. Simply by typing in an email and saying, I'm interested in making a change, or booking a call, or even showing up to the call, they feel better. They feel lighter. They feel clearer. And I don't have an issue with that, because if that's in reality all that was required, then I'm really happy. If they have the life that they want and they're on the path, then I am thrilled for them. No added work needed. But most of the time, what I'll notice is they feel better in the immediate. It feels like something's changed because they've named the thing, they've said the thing, they've said, I really need to make this change, I'm ready now. And then they never actually stepped across the threshold. They never entered into the process of becoming that, because, well, that requires a real choice, and it requires skin in the game. It requires investment in themselves, time, energy, identity, in addition to anything financial. And then they sort of waffle right in the liminal space of kind of thinking about it, telling themselves that they're choosing to change, they're working on it. And I've been around long enough that most of the time when I reach back out to those individuals years later, or they come to a next thing, or they reach out years later, nothing much has changed. And that makes me a little bit sad, because I just wonder, like, what unexpressed art, books, contribution, leadership, nonprofits, visionary work that enriches their lives, but also all of our lives. What remains unexpressed, locked away, because of the innocent misunderstanding that talking about the thing means changing the thing. That's why we're a stand for embodied change, real results, not imaginary. If that's something you're looking for, please reach out to us. We are closing fall registration for Prestige at the end of this month, and I would love personally to meet with you.